answers, and you will see what happens. It will actually capture that last 30 seconds. Okay. I'm going to mute you so we don't have that background noise.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Just probably getting everything set up. Alrighty, hey, we are in the Live Online Learning Club, the LOL. We lean on laughter while we learn out loud. We are going to be creating live in Canva with the graphical gals. I'm going to be here for a short bit today. I'm not sure how long Patrice is able to be here, but today I'm going to be here for a short bit because I have another room happening at the same time that was supposed to be done by now and isn't. So yay, love this app. It's such a great place to be on Clubhouse, and I hope that you all get a chance to come over and join us in this room. Oh, it's got Patrice up. There's been a glitch on it, so it's coming up with you're the speaker. Well, we'll go with it anyway. It may be that.
Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching live.
I'm not sure that one's going to work too well because I'm talking a little bit afterwards. I'm going to save it. Save your video.
I'm on Clubhouse as well as everywhere else in the world. So great meetings to you all. If this is your first time viewing, welcome.
Photos yesterday they weren't.
But for those who don't know me, I'm Patrice Green. I'm the creative conductor at pngcreates, where we help small businesses and organizations bring their social media thoughts and publications to fruition. So I'm on with Cindy Lou and a couple other people on here. I figured I would bring to you this project that I have to finish, so you guys can kind of follow with me on there. Let me take this over here, and then that way I can read what's happening.
It's got your face and my
one moment, family.
Voice, so that's not gonna work. Go ahead and delete that one. I want to do one.
All right, so that works.
Do one where I'm the primary speaker. So I'm gonna try again.
If I get to your comments late, please don't take it personal.
Welcome. Okay, welcome to Christine and Patrice,
I really need this.
Lisa, and Erica. And
all right, so I'm finishing up a book cover, and the whole purpose of this is supposed to be
so you're not in the club yet, but you can come in. Today we are
it's dramatic. You hear my girlfriend in the background. Don't be mindful of that. So with this, we're using, this is Canva. If you're new to Canva, Canva is they have a free option and a paid version. I always play in the paid version. It is so worth it. You can do, as I'm doing now, book covers. You can also do publications for your small business or your church or organization. You can also happen to do anything you can think of. They're now making banners. You can make t-shirts for yourself or your business and make that as a revolving income, as well as they have cups and other things you want to put together. They do have it. And then you can be creative. I do know someone that's written an entire book via Canva and made it as a PDF. And you mind yourself, imagine just having a workbook that you made for $12.99 a month, and you can sell it for $15 to $25. You've made your monthly subscription back just that quick. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to finish this up, as well as I'm talking to good folks on Canva, and they just talked to me. So hold on, guys. I'm sorry. What did you ask me?
I said, what do you think of that?
I think it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool too.
Yeah. I'm sitting here.
However, in some spaces you wouldn't want it on because they're talking about things you wouldn't want to share.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm trying to make sure my sound, I guess my sound is okay on Facebook. We shall find out. Somebody will let me know. But I'm trying to finish up this book cover that I started. Unfortunately, there was a error that when I sent the link to someone, because you can send links in Canva of of your project links. They unfortunately deleted it. So,
Oops.
yeah. So I'm recreating it right now until we find a subject matter that we were going to talk about or create. I got some of Elaine's stuff to update because I finally talked to her and she told me what she wanted, to be put on there. So talk about for our publication for every Wednesday we go live and things like that. So that's what that is. But other than that, I don't have too much. I'm sorry about the keys. I don't have too much. I don't have too much to create on my dockets. All my stuff is through editing right now. But I can figure out something. And I know you have to leave soon. So I'll figure out something very quickly.
Yeah, I was going to say Erica was on the stage first, so I did let her know that we could create something for her.
Oh, awesome. I wasn't sure what you ladies discussed and if you had already started with her. So I didn't want to overstep.
Yep. She was just wondering how it is she would follow along. So I was waiting till you came in to see if you could take it. Because if you guys can run with this, I'm going to go do this other room. We're getting ready for a 24-hour room this weekend coming.
God bless your heart.
These are the people on the other side of the planet that are in this space in there.
God bless your heart.
Yeah, it's mental health.
I saw that.
World Mental Health Day. Yeah. So if you can take it, Lisa and Patrice, I'm going to turn this over to you and Erica. Have fun. Patrice is an amazing designer, and she will let you know where to go. And Patrice, if you can back channel me or Lisa, back channel me Patrice's link to her YouTube. I will pop it up on my bio like always.
Gotcha. Hey, don't forget to let me know about this weekend, okay? Especially since I'm co-moderating for like 3 hours.
I'm going to be letting people know. So, actually, what you guys can do is Patrice, if you grab Patrice's YouTube, you could just back channel it to people in the room today. Then I won't worry about putting it up there.
Can do.
Yep, cool. I'm passing it on. Thank you, guys. I'm so excited that you guys are here, and I can do this. I'm a little like it's like letting go of my little, baby. But yes, you guys are.
It's in good hands.
We will take good care.
Thank you, and I'll see you all next week.
Until then, be safe.
Thanks.
All right, so I am on Facebook and on YouTube. I do not have my link up for my YouTube channel so that I can see if any comments. It's very rarely that I have a comment there. But you're welcome to follow there. If anyone wants to come up and ask a question. I'm sorry. Let's start here. Erica, hi. What is it that you and Cindy Lou discussed about having created for you?
Well, nothing. Somebody pinged me in this room. I don't know who. I've never been here before. I recently heard about Canvas. I don't know anything about it. I am not personally looking to create anything. I'm just wanting to learn how the software works. So I don't know if any of the other ladies at the bottom have something specific. I don't want to waste your time. I'm just wanting to observe, and I came up to ask her, how are you doing this live where I can watch what you're doing?
No time wasted ever. Let me explain it to everyone. No time wasted ever. So I'm on my YouTube channel, which is pngcreates. I'm pretty much the only one. You'll see this little, it looks like a butterfly almost, but he's purple and I think he's purple and yellow. And you see me with my orange hoodie. Or you can follow me on Facebook, which is my actual name, same as it is on here on on Clubhouse. It's the same on Facebook. So that's what we'll just do today. We'll do it as a Q&A in the sense of I'm always down with Q&As. So Canva is a design software. It's really great for those who are new in design. It's also great for those small business owners who's trying to keep their overhead low. Canva comes with so many different templates for everything that you need. So say you have, so Thanksgiving is coming up. Majority of the time, they happen to have things that are geared towards Thanksgiving. So you'll see if it's invitations to a party, they'll already be create it. You can just change little things here and there and make it your own. So like if you have a baby shower coming in, you can just use the font with baby shower. Like I'm almost done this book cover, and if that's the case, and if you guys are following on Facebook or on YouTube, you can physically see me walk through the actual steps in case you guys have any questions. You're welcome to, I'm letting everybody, giving an invite for those to come up and ask questions. We can make this a whole Q&A, and I have absolutely no problem with that, because I am looking at this as a whole package for my business. And I state that to say I can build my business cards through here. I can build samples of my cups if I wish to have cups, sweaters. If you know anyone that plays with the Cricut machines, we can produce SVG files, which is a file that is expandable, almost like Vector, if you've heard of Vector before. It's where you can actually have your pixels of a picture stretched, and it still looks exactly the same as in its original form. So SVG and Vector do the same exact thing, and Canva has now allowed you to do that. If you're a small business owner and one of the things is trying to make sure those posts get up in a timely manner, right? You can create them all in Canva, set the scheduler in Canva for Instagram or Facebook, and they'll do it for you. So imagine having your own assistant that you have to work with a little bit for like $12.99 a month. You know, like that is just like a great feature to have. The fact that you can take your own images and upload them. I do a lot of lower thirds in Canva because it's just simpler, and it gives it a little bit more depth. Lower thirds, for those that are not aware of what a lower third is when you look at your newscaster and you're watching the news and you see their name flash at the bottom and it disappears, or if you happen to see a scroll come across the bottom of a screen and it may be telling you like an infomercial, maybe telling you the phone number, how you can catch this product, whatever, things like that. Those are called lower thirds. You can also make framing for your live broadcast. Or what else have we done lately? You can make Instagram reels if that's one of your things that you're going for. You can do so much with it. So like I say, definitely if you're wanting to get a chance to play around with it, this is definitely the time to do so. I encourage those, if you come to watch, bring a computer. Canva is free. It doesn't take up a lot of space on your computer. To follow along and try it yourself. We can help you out while you're learning. It's almost like a free class every Wednesday for about an hour that you can take advantage of. Why not? Right? So, does anyone have any questions?
This may be a silly question. I apologize. I'm listening to you on Clubhouse, and I found you on YouTube. But when I click the live, I'm hearing the echo because it's both voices. Is there a way to turn the audio off in YouTube while I'm listening to you in Clubhouse?
Absolutely. On the actual, right next to the bar where it tells you that I'm live and it says rewind and all that stuff, there should be something that looks like a little megaphone, just the horn of the horn of the megaphone. You can click that and it should mute. But it's never a silly question because someone else may have had it and they weren't sure exactly what to do either. So it's never a silly question. I'll fix this later for her.
Nikki, that is a beautiful book cover, by the way, in which you are creating. And is this for a like a novel? Did someone write a novel, or is this a true story?
So this is, she decided to write a story. I'll show it so you can see. She wrote a little bit about what it is. It's her journey through getting to love herself and love Christ. And it's her version of a romance story of her being loved by God. And she calls it Orchestrated in Love because I'll explain all of this. It's kind of obvious what she wrote. She went through so much, and like all of us go through some type of hardship, and through the hardship it's a little hard to kind of love yourself to love someone else. And she got a closer relationship with God through there, and she wants to now share it. So what you see here is we played on it. She was like, "Oh, I want the fire as the passion." She wants something to say about the. So I said, "Okay, this is where you get to be creative." So what you see here is the red is the love. She wanted hearts. We had hearts at first. I really didn't think the hearts were complimentive, and it didn't look what I would consider mature, because this is in a children's book. The heart just made it too playful to me. So I said, well, this is more like your symphony. She was like, oh my God, yeah, I think about the symphony. So, and it's a journey. So that's why I chose those are actually called music lines. And the big thing in the middle is called the clef. And those are just music symbols. All of those are in there. You can find this type of stuff in Canva by just writing in what you want. And I'll show you that in an example. The fire is another portion of passion or desire that she had for Christ and to share her story. So that's where all of that comes in, and you can play with it so much when you're going by things of your thoughts. And she knew what she wanted. I even show you in just a second what she came up with. Like, I can see where she was trying to go before I started creating it. And I said, let's look at this together. And this was the first draft, and she fell in love with the first draft. And so I never touched it much. So now it's just me playing with the font. Like, her name will stay the same because it sends a sign of elegance, maturity. Be mindful of that. Your fonts tell a great big story about everything you do. If you get some graffiti looking font on a love story, you're going to confuse your readers, and it won't be as appealing to the eye as it could be. So you think of a symphony, you think of something beautiful and harmonic and something soothing. So you want to have a font that kind of matches. So that's why this font is used, because it's legible. One, two, it's a, even though it's like a handwritten, it gives a sign of elegance. It gives a sign of maturity. Signs of like where you want to level up. You just don't want necessarily. If I change this font to something like this, it doesn't do much for you. It loses a little bit of the dramaticism, correct? Like, you can come off mute, people, if you wish to answer. But it loses it. It loses you because it's it's like boring. So
yeah, I can see the difference.
Yeah. You can see that it's like, what is this? Like, you're not even intrigued. But if you saw the right kind of font, you're like, oh, that's got to be love. That's got to be something that'll bring your audience to where you want them to be. I'll play with this later.
Oh, no worries. I was just kind of curious. And what is her name? Because I definitely want to get a copy of this book when it's available.
Grace E. Green. She's finishing up her book is actually at the editors now. So I was making sure I finished her cover. And I told her when it's time for her to print her book, I said, you can put little three different things in each chapter. Like, you can be so creative with Canva. So I said, one, when you're talking about your journey, you can have the cliff notes. That's that big like S-shaped symbol. That's called a clef note. I said you can have that on every other page. That lets them know this was the journey. You can have a flame for the desire part. And if you want a heart or whatever, you can make that love. So it kind of gives your book a little bit of a little jazz to it. And when you do something like this in any type of design, whether it be something simple like this or not, you want to have everybody engaged in it. You want to have that, oh man, like that's nice. You want the wow factor. And so that's why I said this was my idea. I'm going to clean this up to the point of, this is what she wrote. I refuse to write your bio, only because it's what you want to be you want to be known as. And then if you see, right, it's a backing of her cover. It's a demo of her cover. it's just faded behind her. So it's the same.
I like that. Now, for those who are watching and listening here inside a Clubhouse, you were talking about the reddish color and then the fire in the background.
Right.
Was that a particular design that you had found, or is that
it's
something
layering?
Like it's the layover.
It's layering. I'm big for layering. I am so huge for layering. So I'll go through. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do the elements. So with the elements tells you pretty much what you've already used. So here's some things that I took. Like here is, let me use a blank one here. So I used the red as the background color. Here is her music notes. So this is how it comes straight out when you write the music notes, you know. And then I thought about having a person down here. I was going to fade him, which you can use the transparency button and do this. And then he's red, you know, and you can make his picture bigger. However you wish to do your people in the background, but that's one way that you can shade them. But you get the kind of idea, like he's looking almost to the heavens. It was so many things I started thinking about, but the fire and the symphony was it. So here's the flame. Let me get him out of there. Here's the flame that I chose. Yeah, but he look, you kind of feel where he's at. He's orchestrating it. But this is where I took the flame. I stretched it. When you have these pictures and they've got these little white pieces on it, they just expand, and you really want to try to use those the most because they give you more room to play. So you can use the send to the back. Send to the back goes it here. And then you want to use your transparency button. Transparency button is your friend. Hey, Elaine, thanks for coming in. Hi, Gail. I didn't see you down there. I apologize. Welcome. Make sure you guys are following because there'll be a decorative lounge room coming up soon, and all we're talking about is Canva. So here's how you fade that fire into the background.
Cool. There's a question, Patrice,
sure.
through your YouTube channel. The person is asking, what is the name of lower thirds in Canva?
There is no name. You have to create them. So all right, so you got an idea what layering in Canva can look like. You can even, as long as your icon, your square is around the object, you can do what you wish with the object and you can fade it. And that's what I did to do this portion of the cover. I just faded everything so that she stands out. So that's that one. So as for lower thirds, let me build you a new one. And I don't know why. Oh, there's Roz. Hey, Roz. I was like, I forgot to look over at my other screen. All right, so this is what the beginning of Canva looks like. This is some of the things I've worked on. And so here's my lower third. So a lower third, for those, again, who don't, if there's no actual format for a lower third, you can create it. So what you see here is a general background, right? This green. There is an actual, let me see what I can give this to you for free because that's where I got it. There is actually what they call a hex code. A hex code is a series of numbers and letters that tells any software that deals with color exactly what colors you need. So like for this, my green, this is like just like having a green screen when you're doing any type of videography and you want to have a different background than what you actually own. So you use a green screen. This down here at the bottom, for those that are on Canva, I have a huge green screen. And then at the bottom, it has my name. And on the left of my name, there is my symbol that I love. I don't know what to call that thing, but I just think it's cute. And then to the right of my name, it says the symbol Facebook, which means that you can find me on Facebook. And then I happen to have another box underneath for Instagram, which is PNG Creates Live, and then my YouTube channel symbol for PNG Creates. So with a lower third, once you put this into, I don't think it's going to come up fast enough, but I'll try to see if I can get you guys my editing program before we get off. So I'll show you how that works in live time if we can. But this is how it is. So you got your green screen, you have your name. And so if I press for that to play, a presentation, excuse me. If I do presentation, my screen will get bigger. And so when I'm creating live, this is what you'll see. You'll see, just like you saw the name, come out. Let me see if I can print out a different one. That's presenter view. So with this, you'll see my name, and it's in a different thing. They call it, these are the animations in Canva. So this is in a bounce. So in the bounce, you see my name. All of the letters do the same exact thing, right? With them doing the same exact thing, it's uniformed. I like uniform. So it comes up. So a different thing is when you do your box in the back. There's a different type of animation in the back. There is a different type of animation for everything. So the whole thing about making lower thirds is it's going to be detailed. Keep using the presentation button, and the presentation button will show you to make sure you know exactly what you have going on. Like, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted. Like for my name, I was like, oh, maybe I'll skate it. I was like, I don't like that. And that's the beauty of having these options. Like, that looks horrible to me. So that's where bounce came in. So all of my letters bounce, so it looks like it's a little bit more than what it is. Hopefully I answered your question with that. But you have to build your lower thirds. And my editing software is not up yet. It's trying to come up. So hopefully by the time we get ready to go, I can show you that. Hey, Angela, thank you for coming into the room. We're also on YouTube. A lovely friend will help you out here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there it is. Wasn't sure if it was moving. You gotta have You gotta have all your technical stuff moving around, but that's how you do a lower third. I'm gonna do a whole video on that as well, so that you're aware of like all of how that works. Yeah, see, you see how you have to watch that? Like, my name moves past where I need it to. My symbols, they all come up. My name does this, does the whole. Anyway, that's fun. That's fun for me. So that's my lower third. We're leaving this page. Ugh. All right. Let's get rid of this. We don't need to keep going back and forth. Let's see. So this was another makeshift book cover that I did, just to let people know that you can take 3 or 4 different objects and do it. This was me playing with what they call the drip in Canva. You can do that. You can take a picture, remove the background, and place it inside of another picture, and that's what you see with this. And this is me playing around, like this is the back of my book cover and my ISBN and playing like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Question for you, Nikki.
Sure.
Just for those who may be new to Canva and playing inside, is most everything you're describing, is that strictly for pro account only, or is it available for the free users as well? And could you also explain the difference between the free account and the pro account for those who may not be familiar with Canva?
Well, you know what, Lisa? You ask great questions. I don't care what they said. You ask amazing questions. So let's start from the beginning, shall we? So again, Canva does have a free and it does have a paid subscription. I am a paid member at Canva. You'll see it say Pro for those of you who are new to it. So let's pick a template. We'll just say a Facebook post. All right. So like I stated before, Canva has 18 billion templates. So if you wanted to use something that you saw and you liked, you can use it, change the colors, things of that nature, and switch it out for words of what you like. Now, if you notice at the bottom, this says free. That's the ones that you can use if you have the free, trying to find a free subscription to Canva, which is just actually just replying to your email. An easier way to do this is this. Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo. Okay. So you see in Elements, it's a lot easier to see certain things. In Elements, it says free. You'll see a crown that says, here we go, Pro, which means if you don't have the Pro account, you cannot save it. Does not mean you cannot work in it, create all of that good stuff, but you cannot save it and publish it anywhere. So that's one of the different. So you do get you get a bunch of perks. Excuse me. You get perks with doing the Pro account. Why is everyone asking me goofy questions at this time? I apologize, family. So also with the Pro account, you can do a little bit more. There's certain portions in all of each segments that'll give you more, like certain logos selections you'll have. Bum, bum, bum. Same thing here. Like they keep you real basic when you do the Pro. Like here's a Pro. So that's really pretty. You can do all kinds of things with it. I would suggest try free out for 30 days before you go Pro, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to put the money out. I don't think I can do it. Keep coming every Wednesday. You can follow, get some tutorials so you get an idea of what's actually great about Pro versus free. Why'd I do all this? I could have just deleted it all. So hopefully I answered that. And I'm big on, look, this is gaming layers. I don't do nothing with the gaming. I do absolutely nothing with the gaming. You can backspace out and be done with the whole thing. So I think I answered your question. What's the difference? I believe.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I believe so. So in the sense of layering, that's my jam, layering. I'm going to see if my editing software is up, and it is. Let me see if I can find a video that I can show you guys very quickly about how a lower third works. Please bear with me. It says it's working on it. So what I'm doing is I do a lot of my editing in Filmora. Filmora happens to have several different types of options as well. So let's use, what video would I use? Really shouldn't be this deep, right?
It's just your creativity coming through.
Shouldn't be this deep. Like, just pick one. All right, so let's just do this one.
But it has to be the right one.
Don't start. Do not start.
I can so relate to you.
Yeah. So I'm going to bring this over.
Is the software that you just mentioned a video editing software or for Camtasia? And can you spell the name of it for me?
Sure can. It is Filmora. Filmora. And number 10 is where they're at right now. So I don't know how long this video is. This is something that I use. So you're seeing it on a screen. This is me playing around with whatever. I don't even know. I think I had just made t-shirts, and this is one of those dummy things for me. So you can do this, and it's not under video. My downloads, I really need to clean this out. Oh, this is
we need to have a work session where we all just clean out our computers and
honey,
file stuff away.
I have so many things. Well, I'll just use somebody else's. No, I can't use somebody else's. Where the heck is mine? Now I'm feeling some type of way. How am I gonna tell you about mine and give you somebody else's? Man, I be done downloaded it again. That's how that goes. No, that's not it. But either who, I'm gonna get it real quick.
We love you.
I love y'all back. Usually I label it exactly what it is so I don't have these issues. It is my lower third. Like, let's do downloads.
All right, Nikki, let's take a moment just to do a reset in the
room.
Go
for it while I finish this.
Just joined us. For those who just joined us in the live online learning club, creating live in Canva with the graphical gals. Today we have Miss Patrice Nikki, who is on her YouTube channel. And if you'd like to follow along while listening inside Clubhouse, just go to YouTube, look up the 3 letters PNG, and then creates. And she is in the beautiful orange sweatshirt with the beautiful orange. Is that a butterfly or a flower?
It's a flower. A flower is my signature.
That is awesome. We love that beautiful flower. But you can follow along and watch along as she is creating live through YouTube inside of Canva and teaching us just all kinds of tidbits and little shortcuts. And right now she's waiting for a program to load, right?
No, I found it. Do you guys see? You guys should see my editing program.
Oh, I see it. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So I found my file, which is my name. You figured I would have gotten that correct, right? So like the lower third that we built in Canva, I'm just placing it here. And then you get a chance to see what it is. I can't put it on mute because it didn't move, but you'll get a chance to see it. This is how the lower thirds in Canva work. So you see that green background like we spoke about before? You see the name and all of that goodness? So here it goes. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I didn't turn the chroma key. My bad. I'm your please. Conductor. Yes. Bringing my volume's turned down anyway. If you're one of my subscribers, I don't know what I'm talking about. So right click, green screen match. Boom. Okay. Then you do. Yeah, that should have been just it. There you go. Hey, so my name will come up, and you can't see the green screen, but you can see my own lower thirds that I built on Canva. So of course you can make it as big as you want. I like to lower it. You can also make it smaller. See the lines here? I make it smaller. So it's not as obnoxious as it could be. But the green screen is what shrink, like you don't see it. And that's how you can actually work the green screen from Canva into your editing software, any editing software. So it would be like this.
Is there, for the green screen option, is there a particular hex code that we need to use for that? Or will
No, it's any green screen. It's any green screen you may happen to want to use. You're welcome to do that. I just minimized it. But that's how the beauty of Canva is. So don't let anybody tell you can't do stuff in Canva. It's so cookie cutter. It is far from. I have made thumbnails galore. I've done a great deal of stuff in Canva. I have written, I've edited videos in Canva. You can see some stuff. I mainly do a lot of stuff with my church.
Excuse me, back up a second. You can edit videos in Canva?
Yes, ma'am.
What? I'm new to Canva, can you tell?
Yeah, it's all right. I made my own logos here. This is my website. This is my website. This is how, with clickable links, ladies and gentlemen, with clickable links. Did I say that? Clickable links?
Wow.
Like, these are videos that I made, and you can put it inside of Canva so that if you went to bit.ly, PNG Creates, you can find the same website, and then click the link to the text. So you can't say you can't do things. I've done all kinds of like small illustrations of whatever in here. Like, click here if you want to have a link. It'll take you to a screen where you'll get what they call my design agenda. Where if you want to have some information you want to give me, or you wish to hire us to, to assist you with whatever you're thinking or your project is. It won't show you from this end because it's actually a link that goes with it. But you can do that. Okay, technical glitch.
This is amazing stuff.
And then
for Bill who just joined the room, hello, thank you for joining us. We are creating live in Canva through Patrice Nikki Creates, PNG Creates on YouTube, so you can follow along. I'll learn it yet.
It's all right.
But anyway, you can follow along live and listen inside of Clubhouse while we're doing this. Also, for anyone in the room who may have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand and we'll bring you up on stage and you can ask Patrice any questions that you have, and she'll be more than happy to answer that for you and teach. And quite honestly, I am thoroughly enjoying watching, listening, and learning, as I am just new to Canva myself. Have only been in there probably about 2 months now. So this is awesome. It's a great idea today, by the way, Patrice, for just a Q&A, because this is amazing stuff.
Oh, yeah, Q&A is helpful. But welcome to those. My screen keeps going on and off, so I missed out on greeting those who might have just came in. Hi, Bill. So, like with this one, you can add this to be a link. And so when you go on my website and you click YouTube, it'll take you directly to my YouTube channel. So, like, imagine spending $20 a month for a website that you won't use. I'm just saying. And you're already paying $12.99 for this, and you can do everything. But that's how if you want to email me, you see the arrow that clicks to the email, and then there you go. Like, that's your website. 9 simple pages. It goes in mobile form. It goes in presentation form. Like, it's all kinds of stuff, like navigation. So there would be lines at the top that would say, hey, if you want to go to previous thumbnails, if you want to go, like, you can have the whole website, ladies and gentlemen. You can just have it so you just scroll up and down. I love this thing. But this is my website. I use nothing else. It starts here. Welcome to the Creation Station. And then you just go on.
Can I ask, so you said the pro account is $12. I think I heard you say that, right?
Basically, yeah.
Per month.
Yep.
And then the other thing is, I am not creative. Like, I'm not.
Don't say you're not.
I'm not. But when I saw you scrolling through, if I'm understanding this software correctly, there are already preset things that I don't have to figure it out. I'm just plugging my stuff.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
So, like, there is, let me come out of this. Like, here's preset websites. So imagine having all this on Canva. And you got an elegant picture. Like, you know what I mean? you can do so much. Let me come out of the website so I don't mess nothing up. So we'll go to a template for you guys. So let's do business cards. Oh, I must have clicked on something too fast. I'm sorry. I don't even know what I clicked on. But let's just say we're trying to do horrible. Let's do presentations. That's one we'll all have to do if you're a business owner. If you're a teacher, if you do stuff in your church, or you have something you wish to present in such a manner. So let's pick. All right, so this is a free one. So you don't think that you have to purchase everything. But when you do purchase into, you get more variety to choose from. They still don't limit you, but you have a lot more. And then it tells you here on the side what you're due, 100% fully customizable, meaning you can change the colors in and out of the actual screen. You can change the font, all of that good stuff. You can edit and download on the go, meaning it's cell phone friendly. So you can have this app on your phone and download all of this and transfer it or send it as a PDF to someone else. When it says share and publish anywhere, they will give you a link. So if you wanted to build a team, like say you said, hey, Nick, I got this presentation, but I'm still missing some pizzazz. Can I send you my link to help me out? Sure. I'll give you my email address, or you can send it to me via text message, or you can send it to me via messenger, on Facebook. I would not suggest it on Instagram, sending that link. But anywhere of those three you definitely can do, and then I can sit there and it would come into my folder, and once it comes into my folder I can then add a little extra for you. Collaboration in real time, that's actually when it could be like, okay, let's come on here together. So it would be me and you, say we're on the phone or we're on a Zoom link, and on another screen we're looking at your presentation, and we're working together at the same time saying, hey, let's try this. I'll work on pages 4, 5, and 6. You work on pages 1, 2, and 3, and let's see what we come up with. When it says present directly from Canva, that means that it gives you a broad screen. It fills the entire screen like PowerPoint does. You can actually have a timer. You can actually have notes written on the side that only you can see and your guest cannot. So you can use it as the whole presentation. And then you can add animation and transition. Animation is when you saw my lower third, you saw the lettering move. You can use that way in animation. Animation is what they call stickers, where you can see like maybe an arrow pointing to this, or a circle automatically creating around a word that to emphasize on a point, or whatever it could be. It could be a little guy walking across the screen, whatever you want. But that's what this is. And mind you, that's free. So this is what it means by presentation. Boop, 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 boop. All right. So like in this situation, we'll say, let's animate that. Let's say we wanted this squiggly line to do some type of animation. I don't like that. Boy, that's doing the most, isn't it? All right, let's just make it breathe. Oh, you can't really see it get larger. But you want to keep it. All right, fade. Horrible, horrible example. let's give a page animation, because that is horrible. So let's say like it drifts, right? Like, so that's the kind of stuff that they're saying. You can do all of that free. That's not a paid option. So you can still have the full effects of, Canva. You can add music when you have the Pro account. That's one of the options that they do add. You're welcome to have music to stuff. But you just have to come down. It's another story. Anywho, so that's page 1. Let's go back. Why is it on add page?
And for those in the room, if you are not currently already following Patrice, I highly recommend that you do, so that if you have any questions, you can you could send her a message in the back channel anyway. But just this way, whenever we're on here, because we are on here every Wednesday, we started approximately an hour ago, so whatever time it is in your current time zone, just subtract an hour, and we will be here again next Wednesday with Miss Cindy Lou. And basically what we do is Miss Cindy Lou usually works with one person, the first person who comes to the stage. Miss Cindy Lou couldn't stay today. And then Miss Patrice works with the second person. So we actually get to work with two people live through Clubhouse, live through YouTube, or Facebook, or both. And you can have something created, whatever it is that you desire to be created for business, personal. We'll help guide you through it, lead you to it. And but again, just make sure that you're definitely following Miss Patrice, so that next Wednesday when she pops in the room, you'll know that it's time to shine and possibly get some of your own creations done.
Why not? Thank you so much for that, Lisa. So yes, you can do a lot with these presentations. Like if you're looking at the screen on Facebook or on YouTube, this is major. Like imagine having a class, or you want to present, I don't know, you sell shoelaces. That's my go-to example. You want to show a small video in the middle, right? Like here's how you can reach me, question and answer. So we'll do this. We'll duplicate the page and I'll show you how sexy this is right here. Let's do my uploads.
Ooh, I love sexy.
Yes, why not? So let's do the video. I did not want to do that. So let's do the videos. I don't have that many videos, but let's say I have a GIF. So we'll just say she's here. She's jamming. You could put a video in the middle, right? Just to have the animation going. And there, you can actually have, he's another GIF. All right, so here's I went away, not away, but I went to the statue of, the grounds of the statues in New Jersey. I'm in Philadelphia. And this is a picture that I took. And so, yeah, you can show that quick video at the end. It could be a whole welcome video. It can be an exit video. Hey, don't forget, we wanted to thank you guys for bada, bada, bada. Like, you are more creative than you give yourself credit for. You know exactly what you want to be represented as. And while you're being represented in certain manners, you want to definitely make sure whomever is assisting you, or you doing it yourself, like even using the templates. Here's a great quickie. They have these elements, right, which are your friends. It says lines and shapes. Those are your friends. Reason why I state that, if you feel as though you have no design or no mental arts of you, I'm here to kill the myth. This circle right here, right, you can make it a little bit bigger than your presentation to treat like a border. And you just go back one. One too far back. Bring it front. This thing is huge. Go backwards. Go backwards again. And where is my green square? There's my green square. Let's just get rid of this. So now it's a border. You know? And sometimes borders add like such a pretty layover of whatever. So like say you wanted it tan. So now my picture has a border. You know what I mean? Just add anything. These little things over here are your friends. You can make blocks. You can put your name in the middle of here. Make that smaller. And it can stand out in some kind of way. You have circles. You can add pictures in them. You can have nameplates. Or treat it like a tent. But you can use just those simple, these simple things here in lines and shape just to add definition to something. Because this is just nothing but a picture. And it just adds a different dynamic to it. it's like, oh wow, like you got a border. You're not thinking about it. You can even layer them, right? So say we wanted to layer it. Let's add another one. But this time it's going to be, say, green. Here's my cheat sheet. Here are the colors that are in your design. The reason why they're here at the top is because it's from a template that was already within Canva versus where here's pictures that are added at the bottom where they'll pick out the colors for you so that you can stay uniformed within your color. So like if you didn't know the hex color of your logo, one thing you can definitely do is put your logo inside of a picture and then grab your colors that way. So that's cheat sheet. So with this, we'll just say make it purple. There you go. And we'll just say we'll make it a layer this way. And so now it's a layered box. Like it's just so simple. Just treat yourself to the layering, and it just helps it out so much. Are there any other questions for anybody about some things going on in Canva that possibly I can answer for you?
Yep, if anybody in the audience has any questions, feel free to just raise your hand. Actually, I'll send you an invite. Feel free to come on up and just ask away. And this is a Q&A session today.
Yeah. I can give about another 20 minutes unless there's no other questions.
Hey, Nikki, thank you so much for the tutorial. I have to run a Bible study. I think
mine is at 7, so I hear you.
Okay, I will definitely be back. But I'm like, this thing is amazing. So thank you so much.
Sweetheart, you are more than welcome.
Yeah, Erica, don't forget to click on the little house by the live online learning to become a member of the group. And then also you should be able to see where the scheduled events are. But again, this is every Wednesday and we started about an hour ago.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye, Erica.
Bye, Erica.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy Canva. I have made virtual backgrounds. I'm going to wind up putting on templates so people can just buy them for like $2 because it was nothing. It was nothing major. But there were some pictures that I took, and with me taking pictures of natural life, why not? You know, I've been to Puerto Rico. I'm going again. And stuff like that. You can always make your own. You can take pictures. Let's see. I can do one more thing.
Could you go a little bit through the whatever this is that you said?
Oh, these are intros.
Yeah, YouTube intros, because I have a YouTube channel that I started for Can Do University, and I'm not liking the fact that my videos don't even have a designed thumbnail. But my daughter was telling me about this, but I have no idea how that works.
With the intros? Okay, I'll go through.
Yeah, the intro, because it's like a small little clip, right?
Yeah, like you can use theirs, or of course create your own. So let's see what we have in a sense of. Let's write it up here. Learning. So now you have different ones that's geared towards what you do, which is learning. So don't just you be all day with your thumb and your index finger rolling all the way down. But because you're teaching something that they can learn, you can use this. Like this is what? That's just art. Anything with these little things here are your videos. Trying to find something that would just fit you. Well, of course you can take the pictures out.
Right, yeah. And blues and purples are my colors.
So here you go. Let's just say this was something. You can even take this picture and a series of other pictures and do what I was telling you about editing. Like you can make it your own. Let me see if I can put one together really quick. I'm going to just use some stock photos so I don't have to try to download everything.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking for an example so that I could.
So, example is this. Here's all 4 pages. And it'll do whatever you want it to do. Can you hear the music?
I have YouTube muted, Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had to figure out where my sound was for a minute. But you can do stuff like that. So instead of go unleash or whatever, you can write ready, set, learn. Boom, you're done.
Oh, hey, good evening. I don't know what happened. It kicked me out, and I couldn't get my...
What? No one kicks Elaine out. No one kicks Elaine out. But yes, this is... Yeah, but this is the intros. You would start with a blank one, and you see how simple they made it. Like everyone wants to make stuff so hard and so something else, and it just doesn't have to be.
And you can, not only can you change the words, but you said you could change the colors.
You could change the colors. Like here, we'll make that purple. The font. You said what? Purple and what? Blue?
Purple and blues are my colors.
Well, that might be a little dark. So you would use the effects. Use a shadow. Make it white. So the pop or
if you look at the Can Do University in the audience, that's my business phone line that I started on Clubhouse because it's on Android, helping Cindy Lou with the Android teaching. But anyway, those are the colors.
But do you see how you can just change it? You can just change it. You don't have to keep any of this the way you have it. Like this is they put a video here. Like a video that they took. Like say you have your people and they're learning from you online and you put that there. And then you just add a picture.
And those run the same as the Canva itself. It'll tell you if it's free or if it's pro.
Yes. So we set that as a background. And that's part of your intro. Just that simple. You can play it. This, I'm telling you, is the best $12 you can spend in your life.
Definitely looks like it.
And it's royalty-free music, so you don't get are here. But that could be your intro. Like, you know how easy that is every time you go. Like I do my streaming through OBS. So imagine if I had a bunch of beautiful pictures telling you I'll be with you in just 5 minutes, or a small advertisement of an upcoming class, or say just to, let them know an intro of what and who you are. Like if you had a small video of yourself saying, hey, my name is Lisa. We're getting ready to do Can Do University. Thank you so much for coming into the room today. Just give me about 3 more minutes. Make sure in this time frame, you know what I mean? Like you can give your one-time video that you throw on something like this as an intro. And then when you're done speaking, you can have a file that just has a couple pictures of what you do or what you teach. Just have 4 or 5 pictures of what you teach. And your last one will say, let's go.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're doing this live on YouTube so that I can catch that and replay it later and write all that down.
Yeah, that's what it's for. Like
coming to the club and getting something created live on YouTube.
Man, I do. I'm telling you, I got rid of my website. Like this is it. This is it. Like I can build a bunch of landing pages through here. That'll take you straight to my PayPal or my Stripe or whatever I choose, whatever link I choose for payment options. You can have 4 or 5 scrolled sheets down where they are talking about whatever. Like, you can build your whole business for just under $13 a month. I'm good. I'm stay right here. It's simple enough.
I think that's cheaper than anything else out there for your website.
Oh my goodness, especially if you're brand new and you want to start updating it. You don't have to change the link. You don't have to go through coding. You just change it. Like if you don't want this picture here, delete it. Right? We delete it, but we'll add something different. We'll say we wanted to say now we're teaching about kids and whatever. Right? Now this is where that goes. And you just updated your whole website.
Amazing.
So you didn't spend any more money. If you want to change the whole outlook, you want to add links to some YouTube videos that you've done, you'd be like, hey, click the link down here below. You can do so much with this thing. I'm telling you, I'm not going anywhere. I'm good.
I don't know, but maybe we should have a session like this once every month for everybody inside the live online learning.
I think they will benefit because they're changing it so frequent now. They are changing things in Canva so frequently now to match the design.
As a matter of fact, Nikki.
Yes.
Note to Blondie Lee Lou.
Oh, hi. I saw her, but I didn't.
To tell Cindy Lou that we want to have one Q&A once a month.
I think that would be amazing. Done. It is written.
It is written.
And yes. It is written. But yeah, I applaud anyone that chooses to go and play and get into it. Just go ahead and get into it. It's not going to hurt you anything. If you feel as though you're not ready to spend the money, which I respect, I would suggest you try the free version for a while. At least give yourself 30 days. But if you're going to give yourself 30 days, you actually have to use it. You can't say you don't like it or you don't want it if you don't use it. You can't say it wasn't beneficiary to you if you don't use it. That's the difference. You got to use it. And then if you're following us when we're on here live creating, pull your laptop out and create with us. That way your questions seem, relevant to what you could be making. And if you happen to catch myself or Cindy Lou and we're not working with another person, we can help you with yours. So take advantage of it. Get it while it's free. Get a chance, get a feel for it, navigate with it. I've got some videos on my YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys are following and subscribing or at least watching the videos and you can see how some of the steps are. It's very simple, or go back on my Facebook page. I have a couple of them there that I didn't transfer over to YouTube, but the concept is still there. It's very simple. Just take Canva, make it your friend. Yeah, I have a ball with it.
Awesome. Yes, definitely. And I just want to remind everyone to go ahead and click on our photos, all three of us here on the stage, as well as Miss Cindy Lou, who could not make it today. She had a previous engagement that went a little longer than she anticipated. But please click on the photo, make sure to follow, so that the next week when we are in here creating something, also for the announcement for when we can get Miss Cindy Lou to go ahead and schedule those Canva Live Q&A here inside the Clubhouse room. But yeah, most definitely. And again, Nikki, this has been amazing. I know I, for one, I've only been on Canva for the past couple of months, but I've learned a lot from Cindy Lou, but I've even just learned a lot more. And the two of you work so well together inside this room. I'm so glad that Cindy Lou did this Clubhouse
Me as well.
option. It's amazing. It's amazing. And for those of you in the room, my name is Lisa Cajano. Me and Elaine, we are basically the back office people. Usually while Patrice and Cindy Lou are creating, we're helping to bring everyone up on the stage, whoever may have any questions of any kind. We send things through the back channel for anyone who requests information. We're basically your back office folk here in this Clubhouse room. And again, thank you, Nikki, so very much. I know you have a Bible study or something. I believe you said.
Yeah, that's why
we don't want to keep you.
You had me until 6:50. It's okay because I now have to I have to moderate that room. An artist's job is never done, never done. But yeah, I appreciate everyone had stayed through pretty much the entire presentation here tonight. So if you do have any questions, you can free to catch me on Instagram at pngcreates live. Facebook, I'm my name, PNG Creates. I actually have a page there. I don't use it much, but I can answer. But my Facebook is my name. And then, of course, on YouTube, which is PNG Creates there as well. So I'm more than welcome. I believe I'm to be open and friendly for those who are interested in asking questions. I believe myself to be open. You know, if you guys have any questions, I'm willing to answer them. But if you're looking now, it's just some things that I've created. See, here's my presentation for the design agenda. I had a whole thing here, like a whole presentation about what art is or what your design. Like I send this out as a PDF, and people don't understand how important their videos are, or
Well, on that note, one last question, Nikki,
sure,
before we call it here in the room. So, are you telling me that if I'm understanding you correctly, whether you're creating a presentation, whether you're creating the video, or whatever, you can save it in different options or download it in different options?
Yes, ma'am. So, like here, you see the down arrow. It says PDF standard. It's 25 pages. The SV is what I was telling you. Like, say I had a picture that I liked, and I wanted to save it. An SV or a vector graphic is where it can stretch its pixels to how big or how small you need it, and it'll still look like its original form. That's what an SVG is. PDF to print is where it keeps the image sharp, and you can print it via paper to make it into a paper book binder. Say I wanted to keep this and make this a workbook, right? Like you can make your workbook in here. You print it that way, the PDF print.
That's very helpful because I'm actually in the process of creating Can Do University is having a workshop starting October 14th.
Look at you.
Zoom, and I need to create the workbook, but I wasn't sure how to. Well,
if you're giving it to your students at that point, yes, I would definitely keep it as a PDF standard. They can print that on their own. It's a little different. Okay. So if that's part of their compilation of coming to class, you can send that.
Yeah.
You can also, if you have it in your Facebook group or just have units, somewhere where they can download it. Like say I do a lot of PayHip. PayHip does the PDF standard, and they can print it that way. So PDF is your friend when you're having a business and you're teaching classes and things of that nature. So like this, I've done this. This is what I did with my church. I had a class because this was the first time any of them had any points of social media training or being on social media in any form. So I was like, well, what do you think of a presentation? Like over and over again, and like think about your tone, think about how you look or sound. Like, see, you can't see me, but I seem like I am excited, but I seem as if I'm excited about the topic versus saying, well, Canva's got a bunch of templates. Like that's boring. I don't even want to be there, and I even enjoy Canva. So just knowing these little things is great. Like the first 15 seconds, the viewer knows if they want to stay tuned. Like, that's, like, this was the reason why, like, here goes some training for your voice, learning to articulate your words, learning not to speak super fast, how to warm up, have your varieties of things you do, and know when to be silent. It's so much to this. I had so much fun. Can you say this? Like, this was my training. One morning, I shot an elephant in my pajamas. The horse raced past the barn. The complex houses, married and single soldiers, and their families joined. The rat, the cat, the dog, chased, killed, ate them all. Like, it's just so that you had a chance to learn to articulate. If you're going to do presentations, people they don't know these things, and then I got all the kind of stuff, like how to hold your camcorder, how to hold your cell phone when you're recording, when it's great for, when is landscape the best, all kinds of stuff. So that's what I said. You'll get it.
You said this one was done through presentations?
Yes, this is presentation mode.
Okay. Right,
that's the way to record your videos and my graphics. Yeah, that's what I said. My goal was to educate. Canva's not for everybody, so here's some other things you could use that I've kind of frequent myself with. Knowing your design, like, that's what I said. It's awesome. You can use all this. This is a whole presentation. So I applaud anyone that can build it.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your website? You said bit.ly
pngcreates. That's my website. This is actually, once it comes up, this was another PDF that I did, but I made it into pretty much a presentation. And it's just basically letting people know, like, how important video is.
Okay.
See, as I said, you can do all this in Canva.
Okay.
So you guys got your homework cut out.
We have homework today.
You've got homework. Here's the book. You've got homework.
Play around, make your notes, and come back next week with your questions.
Yes,
like that's an awesome, amazing, fun homework project for the week.
Yeah, like this is design lines. These are the chapters in there. I thought I was going to make a book, but this is what I did. And
I love your beautiful smile.
Thanks. And that's what I did. I had all this little stuff in here. And this was the book. So you can write a whole book in Canva. I don't know. You guys can have a blast with it. Here's my, what you call those things?
Wait a second. You just said I can write a book in Canva.
That's what I just did.
And what is that under? Where do I find that?
I wrote it under book covers.
Book covers.
Yeah. You see this here?
Uh-huh.
This is under book cover. It's going to give you all the dimensions of a standard paperback book.
Okay.
Whatever you do. Yeah, whatever you do it with your heart. That's my stance. That's Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Like, don't just easily give up. Try for it, And then this is like the five points that I talk about. And at the time, it was just a presentation. And then at the end, I said, what did you notice throughout this presentation? What did you notice? And what you should have noticed is that my color scheme stayed the same to my brand. That there's the same graphic on every picture. Except for like that one. But the flower was my staple. If you notice, there's always a flower.
Yeah.
With the colors.
It's a beautiful picture of you, by the way.
Thank you. But that's what you do. You kind of keep it uniform to what it is. Stay uniformed if you have a company color. Definitely try to do everything you do within those brand colors. It keeps you sharp, and it keeps everything you do relatable to you. So like when I did my couponing, when I had those classes, those colors was orange and blue. Big broad orange and blue. I have the symbols. I have everything orange and blue. Matter of fact, here's my. It's on here somewhere. But here it is. Savings with a twist. That was me. And everything orange and blue. Everything orange and blue. Publication orange and blue. See this here? Money Matters. That was part of my my couponing and saving. Everything was orange and blue. My outfit orange and blue. So if you do nothing else, you knew orange and blue with the savings. That was me. So that's how you want to keep your brand. You want to keep yourself. You want to have it. Elaine was with me when I did Money Matters. Money Matters, food for thoughts. And we talked about all kinds of things.
Well, I don't want to make you late for your Bible study.
No, I'm sitting here, but yes, if you guys come back next week, we can do virtual backgrounds. I don't know how many people are still doing Zoom.
Me.
Yeah, like if you have to have a Zoom meeting all the time, like I built this one. And you see my little cat down here, my plants move, and my baby picture of me. But all this was built in Canva. So you can do so many things in Canva. So don't limit yourself. Don't believe that you cannot do anything via design, because that is so super false. Hey, Miss Cindy Lou. That is so super false.
Hey, Miss Patrice.
That is super false. Look, somebody used my template. How funny is that? Look at this. Let me show y'all how much of an inspiration you can be. This is my template. I built mine first. Here's mine. I built this almost over 2 years ago. This is new.
Wow.
So for those in the room, if you're not watching on the YouTube, you're wondering, what is she talking about? She's not PTRing for us, so just saying.
Sorry, yeah. I'm like, what is going on? And that's something. Well, look at your inspiration. You never know. Here's another one. Here's another, my pastor's looking at me like, why is no music in the room? Here's another background. Hello? Look at this.
You better go to your room.
Hey, Pastor.
All right, family. I'll talk to y'all later.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. Hey, hey.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well,
I love that picture you drew, Chris. Hey, Donna. Hey. Your attention.